when it comes to the religion, I have a view. I'm diffident to argue it all over the place because I haven't read enough and I perhaps don't understand enough. But for the life of me, I can't believe in a God who worries about me, that I commit sins, that we do things like that. I just can't. I accept that there could be a creator. But I will not accept, in my own mind I can't, that the words in the Bible are his words. That's what someone wrote. And now they, to some extent, I think they've bound themselves by what is in the Chumash. And therefore, everything has to be determined in terms of the Chumash. If what they wrote is what God did, then he's not a merciful God. Not at all. And when I go to shul and I read the prayers, I don't mind reading the Hebrew because I don't understand it. But when I read the English, I stop. What sort of prayers are we having that I say, for your sake, for your sake, for your sake? I just can't believe it. I have nothing against those. I won't say nothing. I don't mind anyone else thinking in believing. I read a book once recently called The God Delusion. I think what he said was irrefutable, but I said he's wasting his time. There are people who need it, and if they need it, well and good. The one thing they mustn't do is to try and impose it upon those who doesn't. The rabbi, the Lubavitcher Rebbe said, and I agree with that, he said, for those who believe, who have faith, there are no questions. For those who don't have faith, there are no answers. That's one. And then I think it was Dean Swift in the 17th century who said, we have learned enough to hate, but not enough to love. That's factual. And I often wonder, all our Rabbanim and so on, do they really believe in what's it? Do they think that the world was formed 3,000 years ago on such a date and such an hour? I don't know. Just they must leave me alone, but I want them to leave. I will leave them alone. They must leave me alone.
You've been very involved in the community as well, though. You have a different perspective on that. You've very much involvement. Very briefly, can you tell us why you were drawn to do community work and a little bit of what you've done?
I don't know. Well, it's my dyslexia. I say yes when I don't want to. In other words, I don't know if it's in my favour or against me that a lot of this work I did, I took it unwillingly, but once I took it, I did it.
What was the work that you did?
Well, I was the chairman of the board, the chairman of the Zionist organisation in Cape Town. I was board of deputies for many years, for something like 30, I don't know how many years. And what happened, I became the vice chairman. And I said, so only, you know, the thing was you were treasurer, you were life, you were half vice chairman, ultimately chairman. And I said, no, they didn't want someone there. I said, I'll take the vice chair, but on one condition, never ever do I want to be the chairman? It was a lot of work. I think at 1 year I counted something like 300 meetings in a year. That's not, I don't know. It was a great part of my life, of course. And I often had all these meetings. And one thing I worked and at my office, I never kept a diary. So how did I go? I said I'm always available. You just phone me up and say, come. And I come. I'm an odd character. Yeah, I think that's enough of that side of it.